Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Stowe Small Exterior Wall Sconce. This is the 302052. So there are three sizes of this sconce. Let's check them all out, as well as some other fixtures in the Stowe collection. They're really quite special. Let's get into some of the detail on this and talk about measurement of the fixture itself. So we're coming in at 10 inches tall. Width on it is 11.5 and projection out from the wall is 13.1. It's coming in at 3.9 pounds. That's going to be inclusive of the glass and the aluminum fixture itself, not very heavy. Backplate, 6.3 inches by 5. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have on your wall. And the mounting height, distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of this box, that's coming in at 3.1. I want to show you a little bit more information about all this, and how we're going to do it is to take a look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is going to be the fixture, the beautiful piece of very thick hand-blown glass, crystal clear. Hubbardton does not take chances on glass. It only goes to the best makers, and this is one of them. It's also going to show you a bracket that's going to go on to here, your 4-inch junction box, and there's some good line drawings, schematic drawings of the fixture, looking at it from the back. It gives you a good view of that. And that kind of takes us to what you can use for this lamping wise. It's going to be using a medium base socket, E26 facing down, and you have a plethora of bulbs that you can use in this. The regular bulb you're going to use in this is called an A19, and that's just a standard size light bulb we all grew up with. If you want to stick with an incandescent, you can still do that up to 100 watts, but I don't think you need to, because there are so many great LEDs out there. So these are the old school LEDs, those kind of white ones. This is kind of a porcelain part that's holding the driver and some circuits. White cover on top. I'm not so crazy about this because it generally has cooler and darker areas. What I like are these newer ones, and these are the phosphorus LEDs. The clear ones that have the little phosphorus lines inside. This is an A19 as well. I can find this at a 40 watt equivalent, 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent, and I can find this online or at like a Home Depot or Lowe's at a 100 watt equivalent. So just keep that in mind. And then why don't we skip over to something else here. If you are in the sunny state of California and you are building a new building, pulling permits, electrical permits, and the nice building inspector is going to come over and hassle you on everything, they might hassle you on this. And this is going to be what's called a GU24 socket. So California has something called California Title 24 compliancy on new construction or renovation only where you're pulling permits. So just remember the permit part of this. So they may want you to do this, which kind of locks you into using an LED with these little prongs on the bottom. They just go in and they lock like that. Doesn't let you ever use an incandescent. But if you're not pulling permits, you don't need this. Just remember that. You just order the normal version like this and you put in your own LED, just like that. Very simple. And then the color of these LEDs is going to vary quite a bit out in the marketplace. When you're buying light bulbs, just remember that. They're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin, which is a super yellow light, like a setting sun, which could be very pretty in this fixture. If I was doing this in kind of an outdoor room, like a covered porch or an outdoor patio, maybe around a pool, I might do 2700 Kelvin, only because I want to dim it down to make it look like candlelight when I'm hanging out with my friends late into the evening talking. However, there's other versions of this bulb out there too, and so be a little leery of that. They're going to offer these to you in something called daylight. Daylight sounds like a warm light. It is not a warm light. We talk about that all the time. Daylight is a bluish white light, like an overcast day convenience store light, and that's 4,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white. That's 3,000 Kelvin. The light coming down on this table is 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white from these LEDs just above us, so that's what we like to use here. In any event, depending on what you're doing, if I'm putting this on a garage or in the front door, I don't care about if it's going to be dimmable or not. If I'm putting it into those rooms I talked about, those outdoor rooms, then I definitely want a dimmable version of the bulb. Make sure you tell your installer which version of the bulb you're using, okay? They want to put the right dimmer on the wall for you. If you're not sure what this fixture is going to look like in your project, you can always email us a picture of your project, an image, email it over. We can take our very powerful AI tools. We can take this fixture, place it in your project, take that image and send it right back to you so you can get a chance to see what it looks like before you ever buy it. You can do that with every Hubbardton Forge fixture. We have great tools at our disposal, and it doesn't cost you a thing, so it's definitely worth doing. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.